Hi everybody, today is Tuesday, and one good thing about the storms that we had here in my southwest suburb of Chicago is I don't have to water my plants this morning. Even the ones that are protected by the fascia overhang. So anyway, hope you all are having a great day or a great night. And here's my little hosta. Doesn't have any of the flowers anymore. They're done blooming, but it's still a healthy plant. Still going strong. So anyway, so regarding my washing machine, we have this home appliance repair insurance policy, and it's through a company called American Home Shield. I don't know if any of you see commercials about that company on TV or not. You probably don't see it, overseas. It's probably just, here in the U.S., but their customer service is based overseas. Anyway, my boyfriend Nathan literally called at like 3:30 in the morning Central Standard Time, because they're open 24 hours. And so he got another customer service representative. He explained the whole situation, what's been going on, and this person finally got it and understood what needed to be done. Since the repair ticket showed closed out on the local repair vendor side, they needed to then issue another repair ticket, but waive the service fee of $125. Because when on American Home Shield's side, every time we called, the automated system said, are we calling about the dryer? It's like, no, the dryer was fixed back in June. And they say, oh, well, we see, parts have been ordered and a service call has been scheduled for the dryer. It's like, no, it's not the dryer. So it's like, I hate these automated systems. And when we got a customer service rep all last week, we would spend a couple hours on the phone to be told, we'll let the system, update overnight, and then, everything will be fine. And it never happened. That's what a supervisor told us. Well, the system did not update. It did not correct itself. And we finally found someone who, would change it on their end, on American Home Shield, because the problem was with their system. And so that's what this customer service rep did. And so then hopefully, they wanted to know if we wanted to use a different vendor, a different repair company, and we said no, because then we'd have to start over from scratch with another, repair vendor. And they're not the problem. They've been very good. They've been very polite throughout this whole process. And so it's like, we want it to go to the same one. And so they said, okay, we'll put that in there too. So I'm hoping that this service representative, from American Home Shield, I hope they did what they said they were going to do. And I hope that we finally get the washing machine fixed. So yeah, it's just bizarre. And we're getting to the point where either my boyfriend's going to either have to take our clothes over to his condo where his mother lives and use the washing machine and dryer over there, or go to a local laundromat if his mother, pisses a fit, which she may do, because she always has to, every day she's got to wash clothes. And she's like, I've got lots to do. I've got to wash clothes, and I've got to cook, and it's like, no, you don't, honey. It's just beyond ridiculous. Anyway, so my boyfriend set and scheduled a text message to go to the local vendor. So hopefully they, get the new ticket assigned to them, and then they can repair my washing machine. Because the problem is when it ramps up in the spin cycle, it shakes extremely violently, and I am not over exaggerating. The whole machine moves a couple inches. It almost banged into our laundry room wall. It's worse than it was before. And the local repair technician guy, first he repaired a couple parts, and then we had to wait for those to be delivered, and then he put the new parts in that he had ordered, and it still was not working right. He's like, well, sometimes there's these little clips that are supposed to, they get caught by the thing and whatever, by the spinner thing, and then it's supposed to, not be, unbalanced or whatever. And first they were trying to say, oh, well, you've got, too much clothes in there. So it's like Nathan, recorded a video and showed how much clothes we put in. It was like a medium-sized load, and it was not unbalanced. And so then the technician came out, saw that, situation with it, ordered basically all the rest of the parts for the make and model of my washing machine. So basically he's like, it'll be a brand new washing machine, except for the, outer part, So we got it was like a new tub, the new middle thing, and, all the other parts. So, and still, it was a problem. And we had a mini heat wave, and so we didn't do anything, and we also had a power outage for one day, so it's like we didn't get a chance to wash any clothes, for a while there. So, but I don't know, I hope it gets fixed soon. And I tell you, it's like, this should have been recognized by the customer service reps last week. And we shouldn't have had to go through all this red tape. Anyway, I will update you on the washer situation. And I'm still waiting for the roofing company to come and do the caulking around the back windows and the side windows. And the fascia on both sides has gaps. So there needs to be more nails put in the fascia so that it's flush, so that water cannot get in there. So, but with the tornadoes happening yesterday and the downpours of rain, and there was 3 different thunderstorms, I think, that moved through. And, so, the roofing stuff couldn't be done, obviously, yesterday. But they need to let me know when they're going to be out. And they should have a basic idea of when. He said there's this other guy that does their siding for them, and they're going to send him to fix everything. Him and his assistant. So there'll be 2 guys coming. But they need to know me when that's happening, And so Nathan has to take his mother to her primary doctor at was like 5:45 today. She's going to be the last appointment of the day for her primary. And it's an important appointment because she had blood work done they need to discuss. And also Nathan and the doctor have been trying to have his mother do her advanced directives forms. Like if for medical, a power of attorney and a living will, doctors and hospitals want you to have those in place. And his mother has been stalling to do that. And so they're going to try to talk to her and get her to fill those out at the appointment today. So Nathan put in the text message that's scheduled to go to the local appliance repair company. Should have been delivered by now. I think he scheduled it to be delivered at 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that, Central Standard Time. So anyway, hopefully we get this situated. Didn't really sleep yesterday. There was no naps that were happening because of all the storms. There were, I watched on the 10 o'clock NBC News that there were tornadoes that were sighted on the ground that touched ground in Glen Ellen and Orland Park, Illinois. And then I guess there were some more tornadoes that went through Michigan and Wisconsin. No, not Michigan. Wisconsin and Indiana. So, there was a pretty wicked band of storms that moved through the area. And luckily, we didn't get hit by a tornado, but we did have gusty winds. And I'm going to try to fix my wind spinner here and try a different spot, see if the ground is any better. And yeah, I can stick it in the ground. Alright, so that means we got enough rain where I can do that. Cool. And so that's the part of the yard that was like flooded yesterday. You can see the water stain on those two planters pots where the water went up to. So, and that's sort of why I had Nathan put those there when we had the roof and the gutters done. I said, just put them over there. And so that's our indicator of how much flooding happened. So